All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews, and it's time to talk about The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 11. It is called Bounty, so full spoilers if you have not seen this episode. Well, you know, like if you watch any of my videos on this, this episode almost had me. It almost had me. This episode is only hindered by its already things that I've pointed out in the past that are wrong with the show right now, and they continue here. That being said, I continue to enjoy Samantha Morton as Alpha. I think she is still an interesting choice. I thought that originally Alpha was going to be like when they were first talking about the Whisperers, part of me thought I heard that possibly, what is her name who played on Breaking Bad, who played Walt's wife? Oh my God. Anna Gunn. I thought she was supposed to play Alpha at one point. And then I heard that, oh my gosh, I always get her for, Maria Bello was supposed to be playing Alpha, and now it's Samantha Morton, who I really have not seen in that much. I remember her in Minority Report a long time ago, and then I remember she was in a Woody Allen movie called like Sweet and Low Down. I think that was Woody Allen with Sean Penn. Never saw it. She's just one of those actresses. And so I was kind of surprised that they cast her as Alpha, but so far, I mean, I don't really know who I pictured to play Alpha, because Alpha's bald. And what's weird is how anonymous you can kind of look when you're bald. And maybe that's the point. I mean, I'm sure the character of Alpha's motivations for being bald are something else, but it's not trying to make some social justice warrior comment about society or anything. But what this show did well was establishing, you know, the conflict that they're trying to avoid. Now, this is all over the daughter. So, but the thing is like, they had Luke and what's-his-nuts trapped before they knew they had Lydia, right? Or did they take them because they had Lydia? I don't know. I don't know if we're supposed to think about that. Because then wouldn't they have just killed, if they didn't know already, why wouldn't they kill Luke? I don't know. But this show did give us an interesting thing. I'm not advocating baby death here, but when the Whisperer with the baby realized that they couldn't get the baby to stop crying, and Alpha signals her basically like, hey, it's you or the baby, and she puts the baby down to let the walkers eat it. Like I said, I'm not advocating baby death, but that was an awesome choice. You know, it shows what Alpha is really willing to do for her own survival and her people's survival. I mean, she's saying, hey, look, man, you had the kid, just in a look. You had the kid, you want to live, you want to die. And that whole kind of like, she gives her, that was great. And I just think it's ballsy for the show to make you think for a second that they were going to kill a baby. And part of me really wishes that they had. Like I said, I am not advocating baby death. But it would have shown that the show has balls still. And not to undercut that they do give me something good. See, if you're gonna make me, go, at least give me something that's interesting afterwards, and that is the cornfield escape, which, in my opinion, is one of the more intense sequences that this show has ever had. It's not long, but it's just enough, because it's one of those put yourself in that person's shoes situations. Namely, the deaf girl who got stuck behind the fence when the Whisperers arrived. And maybe it's a little convenient and cliche how they put her there. The end result is cool, because So they don't want to show a baby getting killed, or they want to show that there's a baby in danger and how do we fix it, right? So they want to have this heroic moment instead of this awesome thing that would have been cool. But, having her go out and get the baby is great, but then not knowing who, running into the cornfield, knowing there's walkers there, knowing that there are whisperers there, and being in close quarters, not being able to hear, with a baby in your arms that you can't hear crying, and not knowing where anybody's going to come from and if they're a human or a zombie. That's pretty intense, and I like that sequence quite a bit. That sequence almost won me over on the entire episode. And then Henry happened again, as usual. Henry takes Lydia and escapes with her to, look, and he's trying to, I get what he's trying to do. But, and I just hate him. I hate him so much. So yeah, she comes out and eventually goes with them. Enid tries to give some speech that, makes us think of JSS from a long ass time ago, which who fucking cares anymore? The person that you were telling, that was important to is dead. I'm just, it's hard to, but the other parts in this, so Lydia goes off with her mom and she slaps her. And then Henry, in his infinite wisdom, decides to go after her. Now, I do believe that Carl in the comics goes after Lydia. I'm pretty fucking sure that happened. So at least it's accurate. Problem is, in the book, when Carl goes after Lydia, or however that goes down, I cared about Carl. I cared what was going to happen to him when he left. Henry goes off with the Whisperers. I say, good luck to you, my friend. And don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, okay? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay at Hilltop any longer, you fucking idiot. So good, but I know that's just, and then Daryl goes after him, with Deaf Girl, and I know she's got a name. I just don't remember it right now. I like her. So it's like, who cares? Go. But no, that's not going to happen. But again, it shows that even though Chandler Riggs this week came out saying that his acting wasn't always the best, I would have loved to have seen a Chandler Riggs running out to save Lydia. Like he would have. The character of Carl would have gone after Lydia. And even if we'd say, oh, damn it, Carl, what are you doing? We'd also know that he's doing it for the right reasons. So when a character that you care about does something, it's important. When a character that you want to see get bitten as soon as possible in the worst possible way, get mauled to death by fucking zombie hordes, is the one running off to save the day. Could I care less? Probably. But then let's get back to the parts that are good, and that's also the kingdom stuff. It was nice to see, for a second there, I thought that maybe Carol had cut her hair, but no, this is a little flashback to whatever happened after Rick's disappearance. They're still hinting at some really bad shit that went down between everybody. But this part of the story is really good. I like Carrie Payton still as Ezekiel. In fact, this is a really good episode for him and Carol. Cobra Strike Force and everything I thought was cool. The way that they lured out the walkers with music and they're all kind of just getting down was pretty cool. I really dug the stuff that was, just them talking about things. And how he could have done the thing that a lot of shows do, is when Carol hits him with the old, maybe we should think about leaving, this isn't the only place. He doesn't do the thing that they do, which is usually that character does that prideful thing and he's like, no, we're staying here because that's the way it is. No, his character actually does the intelligent thing and questions and realizes, yeah, you know what? I haven't been questioning this, and these are things I need to think about. Oh my God, a character that actually does something smart on this show or thinks something smart. Like, somebody needs to put that line above the writer's room and say, that's what you write. Put that whole fucking scene down between him and her and go right like that every single time. But here's the rub, okay, folks? And we're going to get into some spoilers for the comic. If you have not watched any of my videos, then you know that this will be a spoiler. I have talked about this spoiler a few times. So, here's the problem with things going down in the kingdom. Everything's going way too good in the kingdom, even if things are always bad everywhere. And that's Carol and Ezekiel are way too fucking happy. And like I said, somebody's head is going on a spike. And in the comic, it's Ezekiel. And like I've said, I've seen this photo from like Comic-Con that looked like a long-haired person, not a long dreadlock person, and that could be Carol. So the show could be, trying to mess up our expectations for those of us who read the books and think, hey, you know who should die instead of Ezekiel? Carol, the person we've been rooting for fucking seasons. So don't be surprised if either of those two ends up on the spike. If it happens to be Carol, I will be done watching the show, sort of. I keep saying that. I always say that. But when Carol goes, if this is what happens, I will still be watching the show. I will still be reviewing the show, but I will be openly hostile about the show from here on out. Otherwise, this wasn't a bad episode. That Henry stuff, though, man, it just drags the fucking show down so fast for me. And I'm sorry if you are big Henry fans. I pity your taste in things. So, anyway, I am looking forward to next week where we're going to be introduced to Beta, played by, the guy from Sons of Anarchy, whose name I always forget. He's a really good actor. I like him a lot. I am interested in seeing what they're going to do with that character, because in the comic, he's a beast. So, anyway, that's all I'm going to say anymore about this episode. If you like this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Remember, if you're on this channel already looking at this video and you've made it this far, check out my 500 subscriber contest where I'm giving away a Blu-ray copy of Overlord. If you watch that video, you can get the details on how to be a part of that contest. Otherwise, this is Rob at Sparking Gun Reviews saying have a great night, and we will see you next time. One last thing, I wanted to mention Dee's Reviews, who does The Walking Dead every week that it's on. I want to point out, if you don't like what I've said, go to his reviews. He does a very positive review on The Walking Dead, even if he doesn't always like everything about the episodes. He does a fantastic, really detailed job on every episode, and so I definitely think you should go check out his videos if you don't like these. And even if you do, check his out too. Guy could use more subscribers, just like me. So anyway, have a great night, and we will see you next time.